All right, how you all doing? Welcome to Randomania, your home for all the randomizers, except we're not actually going to do a randomizer here. This is just the first in a series that we just came up called Not Random Enough, and this is definitely not going to be random enough, but there will be plenty of RNG here. So I am GameboyF9. I'm joined by Lavkian. Good morning.
Good morning. It is super early here on the West Coast, 6 o'clock. So yeah.
Well, this is just the best time we could pull off a race like this, and so I think that's pretty much all we've got. We'll explain the run as we go along here. You'll notice this is in Japanese, but if you've seen Dragon Warrior Randomizer before, it's going to be very similar to what we're going to do here, or Dragon Warrior or any warrior. So, but we must start from reset. So I think we're ready to go. You ready, Lavkian?
I am ready.
All right, let's do it. So Nora's gonna unready himself, our restreamer. I just heard the enter key. So many thanks to Nora for the restream. We also have Spark over who's gonna track today. So many thanks to both of them for their help. And here we go. Let's see if I can enter my name correctly.
So yeah, we're playing the Japanese version of Dragon Quest I. This is a remake for the Super Famicom that came out in either 92 or 93. You'll notice right off the bat the graphics look much improved compared to the NES version. There's also a lot of quality of life improvements. All experience values in the randomizer, not chaos mode, but standard randomizer, are actually based on this version of the game.
Go ahead.
And so experience values are actually the same as standard Dragon Warrior 1. You need the same amount of experience for each level, but enemies give much greater golden experience as compared to their NES counterparts. So one of the biggest quality of life enhancements is simply you have to grind a lot less. Now, fear not, there will be grinding in this speedrun. But again, as GameboyF9 mentioned at the top of the stream, this is not random. Enemies, the spawn location of enemies and items and prices and all that kind of stuff, that's fixed. And we're going in with that foreknowledge of where everything is. And so this is going to be more of a traditional speedrun of, again, the Super Famicom remake of Dragon Warrior 1. I would like to point out that even though we are playing in Japanese, being able to read Japanese is absolutely not a requirement to do this speedrun. My friend GameboyF9 here will attest to. There really is all of the menuing can be done just by rote memorization. Just like the shopping that we did is all based on gold values. Like, the first thing we did was we bought a club, which cost 60 gold. So all you need to know is you're buying the item that costs 60 gold. We bought a dragon scale, which costs 20 gold. We bought 2 torches, which cost 8, and then 2 herbs, which cost 10 each. And so, again, I can read that. I can look at that and know what that is, but you don't have to. And so, yeah, you can totally play this without knowing Japanese. There is one bit of contentious RNG, and one word that you will need to know, but there's really only one. And you don't even need to know a specific word, per se. You just need to be able to recognize there's an item that we're going to be trying to get later, and you just need to recognize when that item is available and when it isn't. And we will definitely be pointing that out once it comes up, which would be probably about 12 minutes into the run.
Yeah, that's right.
But
by the way,
what's up?
I should mention before we did all that shopping, we picked up a medical herb in a jar. So, or at least I did. I don't know if you did, but
oh yeah, totally. So another thing, obviously, I think starting with Dragon Warrior 4 on NES, that's when they started hiding items in jars and pots and chest of drawers and things. And so yeah, we picked up a medical herb from a jar. And we picked up a wing of the wyvern from a chest of drawers in the inn in Breckenary. So yeah, those are definitely also in this as well. We will be picking up various things from jars and chest of drawers and that nature, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that you're going to see here, you're going to wonder, like, why did we buy... Well, you may be wondering, why did we buy so many torches at the beginning of the game? So, of course, in Dragon Warrior Randomizer...
Oh, I knew I would do that. Dadgummit.
Oh, did you get bopped by a ghost?
Yep.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Ghosts are used an herb right away.
Yeah, ghosts are actually, like, fairly deadly at level 2. They can do up to 4 damage, and so if you start... Uh-oh. Oh, I'm having my own troubles over here. We both... I threw all my torches at a Magidraki and it didn't die. That's, like, very, 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 very rare for that to happen.
Yeah.
The point of buying those torches was to throw them at that Magidraki that I saw. Ideally, you would get a Scorpion, but I got a Magidraki, and unfortunately, torches do 4 to 6 damage in this game when you throw them in combat. That's another quality of life thing that was added to the randomizer. Unfortunately, yeah, like I said, it didn't kill the Magidraki, and so I ended up getting bopped by it. But that's not a huge setback. Ideally, both of us would be in the town of Cole right now, but it's actually fine. There's a couple of items that we need to grab, and we want to get level 3 on the way, but it's not a huge deal. Right now, we're just trying to get some experience, and yeah, there's some required items that we need to pick up along the way as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, my death is, I mean, it's not great, but there are a lot worse deaths that you're gonna run into in this one.
For sure.
Especially toward the end of the game. We'll deal with that when we get there. But
yeah, right now I'm just trying to get back to level 3. I'm actually gonna have a hard time with this because I don't have any. Did I use my last herb? No, I didn't. I still have one more.
Oh.
Yeah, I have one more. Okay.
All right, let's see if I can do this correctly. Probably get a magician. What do you think?
I usually run from them.
Yeah, I'm gonna accept this because I've picked up some extra HP experience, I think.
Yeah, totally. You can totally do that.
I might have picked up... Yeah, I think I picked up an extra point or 2. Probably enough to make it a Magidraki worth. Alright, so we're in Cole, so we're going to pick up 2 things. Number 1 is the Fairy Flute, which is where it is in the original game. But we're also going to pick up a Strength Seed and Clothes. And we are no longer walking in the nude. And we are all happy about that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to die.
GameboyF9 here is going to opt to take the Death Warp. I'm going to do something a little bit different. So there's 2 different ways that you can play this. The end goal of this section is we're going to be picking up 2 different Strength Seeds and rolling them for different values. That, again, is another thing that was added to this the Super Famicom version is Strength Seeds. Obviously, those did not exist in the original Dragon Quest 1. I'm not actually sure how much time this is going to save me. I probably should have taken the inn first. Anyway, so what GameboyF9 here is doing is he's resetting. Do you get 2 or 3?
I got 3.
Nice. So
yeah, that's better.
So you can opt to take. You can opt to use your first of 2 Strength Seeds now, or you can do it later. I tend to do it later. And roll them both at once. But basically, they roll 1 to 3, and you need a total of 5 before you can move on. So, getting that 3 on GameboyF9's first Strength Seed is going to grant him some advantages during this next part of the run, as well as once he gets his second Strength Seed, he only needs to get a 2 or a 3. So he's got a 2/3 chance of getting what he needs out of that one. But yeah, some resets coming out of Game Boy's side, as he did try to force that seed to give him what he wanted. So you're gonna see us diverging a little bit in our paths. Game Boy. So we're both here. So I'm at level 4, and then Game Boy is gonna get at level 4 as well. What he's doing here is at level 4, we're going to learn the Hurt spell. And what that spell is going to do for that spell is going to allow us to obviously kill some things that we wouldn't otherwise be able to. Hurt in this game is very, very, very good.
Yeah.
It
Even
does
more powerful than Randomizer.
Yeah, it's significantly more powerful than Randomizer's Hurt. It rolls 16 to 20 damage, and it's a guaranteed instant kill on Scorpions and Magidrakis, and so that's what GameboyF9 is going to be looking for here. Looks like that was a Magician on the first one, so that's not super ideal, but right now...
Scorpion, too. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Nice. So, basically, what the difference between my approach and Gameboy's approach here is GameboyF9 is getting a little bit of an experience buffer, whereas I'm just trying to go to do things as quickly as possible. There is a potential that... So GameboyF9 is basically guaranteeing that he's going to get to level 5 before he runs out of MP during this next section, whereas there's no guarantee of that for me. Now, getting the Scorpion, as I did after crossing the bridge, greatly increases my chances of getting to level 5. And basically, these two diverging strategies here are kind of... I'm erring towards playing quickly, and Gameboy is erring towards having enough experience to get through the next few sections.
So you're trying to say you're going to win this race, because...
Hey, there's no guarantees. It's not over till Dragon Lord's dead.
Yeah.
It is not over till Dragon Lord's dead.
I mean, Dragon Lord's pretty much the great equalizer in this game, and we'll explain why later.
Golem Walk, too.
Well, yeah.
So GameboyF9 is doing some shopping, or he just finished his shopping.
Yeah.
And that shopping bit was very, very important. I did that shopping bit as well. And the aim of that shopping section was to fill up our inventories completely full with items. And what we did is we bought a bunch of torches, and then obviously also a bunch of medical herbs. And we're going to be walking towards what's known as the Rocky Mountain Cave. And yeah, it's very important. We cannot use a torch to navigate this cave. However, you'll notice here on my screen as I'm already in the cave, and Gameboy looks like he's in the cave as well.
Yeah.
You can see kind of what they did with the lighting in this game. Instead of having a perfect tile around your character, it's actually a circle. And so you can kind of...
Before you keep going,
what's up?
I got a Kaishin no Ichigaki!
Kaishin no Ichigaki! So, Kaishin no Ichigaki is Japanese for excellent move. And so if you hear us... You've probably heard that term used on Randomizer before, and yeah, that's where it comes from. It just comes from the Japanese name for excellent move. So we like to gotta throw that bass in there. Kaishin no Ichigaki! And so again...
Fighting a magician here, but that's alright, got away with it.
Well, you got a 3 on your strength seed. That's actually not the worst thing in the world to do.
Yeah.
If you get a 3 on your strength seed, you can opt to do that. They'll generally die in 2 hits. It's just a matter of whether or not you take a hurt to the face as a result. Hey
now, Nora. What's this "where's Faran when we need him"? Well, we're not good enough.
So,
I'm kind of curious if I'm actually going to reach level 5 here. Because right now, I finally get a Druin.
So yeah, I'm here on the 2nd floor of the cave, and there's some treasure chests I'm going to be picking up here. This first one, it just has some gold in it that we're going to need for some shopping later. And then the second treasure chest in here is more important, as long as I can get away from this wizard. Or a warlock, rather. So this treasure chest is the only reason... This treasure chest has the only word that you need to know in Japanese in order to complete the speedrun. I'm opening this... And that's also the reason why our inventories had to be full for this section. Normally, this treasure chest contains a torch. However, there is a 1 in 16 chance of this torch giving you an item called the Death Necklace, which randomizer viewers will be familiar with as an item that can buff your attack power at the cost of your HP, but that's just something that was added for the randomizer. In Vanilla Dragon Warrior, it actually doesn't do anything. It's just a cursed item. However, it can be sold for a whopping 1,200 gold, and so we're going to be selling that. We're going to be selling this death necklace here to afford a broadsword, which is the weapon of choice that we'll be using for the majority of the speedrun. And so there's a word here, this word kind of towards the middle of the text box as I open this treasure chest over and over. The word is taimatsu, and that means torch. And so eventually here, someday in the near future, hopefully, you'll be seeing a much more complicated, much more complicated series of characters. Yeah, it looks like Game Boy just got his death necklace. And again, this is a contentious bit of RNG because I don't have mine yet, and so Game Boy, despite being a little bit behind, has now taken a little bit of a lead.
So what I do is I look for the backwards C on the 4th character. That's basically all I do.
There we go. So now I've got mine, and now we have a couple more items to pick up, ideally before we death warp out of here.
Yeah, one of those is the Iron Shield that I'm going to pick up, also known as the Large Shield. Do not equip the death necklace. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm saying really because I just failed to run 4 times from a skeleton.
Oh.
Which cost me 2 herbs, which kind of sucks.
I should not have done that.
Oh yeah, you want
on a skeleton.
Yeah, you want 2. You want 2.
Yeah.
You want 4 MP for doing that.
Yeah, that's all right though. I mean, I'm gonna die anyway, so. And trolls are just useless. Unlike randomizer, these guys have 35 hit points. I'm taking a small risk going at 24. Now I picked up a... Yeah, go ahead.
So I just picked up the large shield, and it looks like GameboyF9 is picking up his 2 treasure chests that we really want before we leave here. One of those treasure chests had a mystic nut, which increases your max MP, and the other had that other strength seed that I mentioned earlier. You do want to pay attention to your the rolls that you get on your mystic nuts. Mystic nuts roll from 3 to 5, and we're going to pick up 3 of them over the course of the speedrun. Uh-oh, I might die here.
And that's my first split.
Oh, nice.
In the mountain cave. It's a gold split, by the way.
Nice. So you do want to pay attention to your MP seed rolls. Let's see what I get here. Okay, good. I got a 5. That's not minimum. Okay, I'll explain that in a sec. I'm going to take off all my gear and death warp.
I rolled a 1.
I'm going to hope that GameboyF9 rolls lots of 1s here.
Yeah.
And now I'm taking my death warp. And so, talking about Mystic Nuts. Talking about Mystic Nuts. So, randomizer players will be, or randomizer watchers will be very familiar with the concept of counting your heal mores. You want to look at the number of heal mores you have versus your attack power when deciding when to fight the Dragon Lord and randomizer. And that concept, to some degree, applies here as well. Let's see what I get. I got a 1. Nope, I got a reset.
Yeah, and so, I'm going to need some of that from you, too. I finally got a 2. I deserve a 3.
Wow. I just massively screwed up.
Oh.
I forgot to save before resetting.
Oh, dear.
So I'm just starting from scratch.
Oh, dear.
I have never done that before.
So Sparko, take that split off the board then. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, it's gonna require like multiple deaths to Dragon Lord. Or multiple Dragon Walk fails. That's wow. I was yeah, talking and not paying attention to what I was doing. Oh well. So the reason why you want to pay attention to your MP seeds is you want a total of, or rather, so we pick up 3 MP seeds over the course of the run. And what the end goal is, we're going to be fighting the Dragon Lord at level 18. And we want to have at least 96 MP at the end of the game, which is going to give us 12 heal mores. And as long as you don't get 3s on every single one of your MP seeds, then you will get at least 96. Like if you get 4, so 3 is the minimum, right? So if you get 4 on one and 3 on the others, then you will have 96. If you get 3 on every single one of your MP seeds, then you will actually have 95 MP at the end of the game, and you'll only have 11 heal mores, and it's not good. You do also want to pay attention to your MP seed rolls as you kind of just progress normally through the game, for the purposes of having certain amounts of MP in certain sections. So I had gotten a 5 on my MP seed that I picked up at the bottom of the Rocky Mountain Cave, and that's actually really nice because right now you can see on GameboyF9 screen he's walking towards Rimuldar, and as he's walking towards Rimuldar, he is going to be trying to take encounters to get to level 6, and then further beyond that, trying to gather up some bonus experience, which is going to go towards his... basically, we want to get level 7 to get the sleep spell at a certain point in the game, and taking extra encounters in this section gives you a better chance of being able to do that.
Level 6, hooray! Except I'm out of herbs, so that's gonna be a bit fun. Let's see. This might be your chance to catch up. Oh, especially with a metal scorpion. Ooh. Oh, I guess I could have thrown a torch there. Alright. So
right now, GameboyF9 is again headed into the town of Rimuldar. Again, randomizer fans will know that Rimuldar is the one place where you can buy keys if you don't already have keys. And so obviously getting to the town of Rimuldar is very important for that reason, if no other.
Well, and obviously this is the only place where you can get keys right off the bat, as I have picked up a defense seed, which gives me 4 defense, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, defense seeds are not random. They always roll 4, and we pick those up. I mean, they're just convenient.
Mm-hmm. And now I'm going to go out and right back in. And then I'm gonna pick up a life seed, and I'm gonna pick up the broadsword with the 1,200 money I'm gonna get from that death necklace.
So what you just saw on my screen is what was supposed to happen at the beginning of the game, where I killed a Magitraki with 3 torches instead of rolling minimums and dying to it.
No, I don't need to go to the inn. I do need to get rid of the club. And I do need to get rid of the clothes. There we go. Oop. I also need to sell this guy. And then I need to pick up another wing. I think that's right. And then I wing out. I remembered how to play this game.
Good job.
It's Cantlin that I'm gonna forget next.
Yeah, Cantlin's got a lot of menuing, especially when I was first learning this game. Learning the menuing for the... Because another thing that's added in this version of Dragon Quest I is... what do you call it? A vault, where you can store your items.
Yes.
And so remembering which items to store and where they are, and also like the vault menu itself can sometimes be a little bit frustrating. It's something that can definitely be done by rote, but recognizing a couple of the characters of the items that you want to store is also very helpful. If you don't mess around too much with your equipment, We'll kind of see how things shake out once we both get to Cantlin. But if you don't mess around too much with your equipment, generally speaking, all you have to do is hit down and A each time the little menu pops up to ask what it is that you want to store, and you should be fine. But I'll touch on that more once we get past the golem, because trust me, folks, we've got plenty more RNG to get through before we get to that particular menu.
So I just got the Stones of Sunlight and sent the old man guarding the Stones of Sunlight. Too bad. He didn't come back. So I have not equipped the broadsword yet, so all this is going to be just fists and the whole 9 yards here.
That's where I took the little bubbles below my Kaishin emote are actually taken from when you get a critical hit with no item equipped. I just cropped that out. I always loved punching things during that section of the game, just to try to get a critical hit with fists. I think it looks really cool.
Alright, so the first thing I have to do is go to the inn. That's very important skill.
Oh, that was not good.
What I'm gonna do is buy a chainmail.
Yeah, this is where we get a big upgrade on our gear, because for the majority of the run up to this point, we've been running around with just a club and clothes. The club is the second worst weapon in the game, the bamboo stick being the only weapon that's actually worse, and the clothes are the worst piece of armor in the game. And now we've jumped up to a broadsword, which is the second best weapon in the game, and chainmail, which is, I think, like right in the middle of available pieces of gear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, chainmail, yeah, it's in the... Well, it's slightly worse than Erdrick's armor, but it's going to be the piece of equipment we're going to use for quite some time.
The only one we're going to be buying anyway.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it's the only armor we're going to buy.
And the large shield is the only shield we're ever going to have. The small... It's free. The small shield is pretty terrible, and the silver shield is unfortunately still 14,000 gold in this version. So no way we're going to be affording that.
Yeah, and it's not really that much better, believe it or not. Like, because there's no such thing as damage-breaking monsters like there is in the NES version.
Yeah, there's not damage-breaking, but man, I would love to see what heal lines on Dragonlord would look like if we could use that.
It's probably like 1 or 2 points less.
Is it really only that much?
Yeah, it's fairly insignificant.
Oh. I did not know that.
Man, these skeletons just wiping me out here. So I'm in the Grave of Garanham. I'm going to pick up some stuff. I'm picking up another HP seed. Nice. Got the maximum 6 gain there.
So that's going to be the third and final HP seed that we pick up during this run. Getting those HP seeds has pretty much... I mean, there's a long-term purpose in just that obviously having higher HP is better, but there's also a short-term purpose in that no matter what you roll on your HP seeds, they roll from 4 to 6. No matter what your total is, we are aiming to have at least 56 maximum HP by the time we do the next section. Where am I right now? I just wandered into a random... I don't know where the heck I am. Okay, let me actually pay attention to what I'm doing for a second.
Oh, you're back in the mountain cave?
Yeah.
So pretty much I can find anything I want here for the first 2 floors. So I've reached a very important level, level 7. This is going to give me the sleep spell, which I'm going to need for the last 2 basements.
Yeah, there's a lot of enemies on the 3rd and 4th floors that are susceptible to sleep, and so that's why, again, getting that kind of experience buffer is important, so that sometimes when you're taking strategies that aim to just be fast at the cost of buffered experience, sometimes you get to a point where you get to that 2nd floor in the Grave of Garanham, and you're not quite level 7, And some people who go by the name of Twitch Pop Pop, they'll go down to the lower basements at level 6, but it's scary down there if you don't have the sleep spell.
Yeah, Pop being the finest Dragon Quest 1 runner out there, period.
Yeah, he's got the world record, so that says about all you need to know right there.
Man, Metal Scorpion, please.
He had the world record, and then some guy, I don't think anyone knows who he is still. Some guy by the name of Mustard took the world record back, took the world record from him, and then Pop took it back literally 3 days later.
Yeah. Pretty amazing. Alright,
Getting
so
harassed
now,
by a skeleton.
Droll Magi going to sleep.
Yeah, Droll Magi are great to see here. Again, like other monsters, very, very... I just died in the mountain cave.
Oh no.
Not having very good run luck. Droll Magi are absolutely what you want to see. In that place. They give the most experience. Very, very susceptible to sleep. I probably should have just rolled my strength seed there. Hold on. Yeah, they're very, very susceptible to sleep. Actually, I'm gonna roll my strength seed. What am I doing? I'm just gonna go save and roll my strength seed.
Alright, so now I've picked up my silver heart, so I'm just playing around until I die.
3, nice.
Hey.
So now once I go back into the mountain cave and pick up the other strength seed, I only need to roll a 2 or a 3, and I'll be fine to progress.
So I just died to a wolf lord, kind of on purpose, which is fine.
Yeah, you generally speaking, you can take after you get to level 7, you want to take about 3 or 4 encounters from these kind of high experience monsters. The goal for this next part that GameboyF9 is going into is first he wants to get to level 8, and then he's going to make his way towards the golem that's guarding the town of Cantlin. And this is, again, now in my unfortunate position where I made a stupid mistake that's entirely my own fault. I'm going to need this to happen a lot, but, you know, were we a little bit closer, this is where a lead change would be very likely to happen, because GameboyF9 is going to be heading to a part of the map where the encounters are going to look very similar to the ones towards the bottom of Garenham's grave. There's a couple more slightly dangerous monsters. Most notably, the Wyvern is going to make its first appearance.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, every enemy in that area is very susceptible to sleep, and so we're going to be taking advantage of that in order to again get to level 8. And then walk through a very, 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 very dangerous zone that we are not supposed to be in. Once GameboyF9 gets to level 8, he's basically, let's see, I didn't pick up the shield for that. Nope, okay. But I do have the death necklace, so I'm free to use the torch here. So yeah, once GameboyF9 gets to level 8, he's going to be walking through a very dangerous encounter zone, and basically just running from everything that he sees, save for metal slimes. Obviously, if you see a metal slime, you're going to want to stop and kill it. There are ways to kind of not... You can't manipulate whether or not a metal slime stays, but you can manipulate whether or not your attack on a metal slime connects. And that is unique to the Super Famicom version of Dragon Warrior 1. There are ways, basically, whether or not you inflict damage on something with much higher defense than you, is basically dependent on the frame that you press the attack button on. And so, yeah, I don't want to get into the nitty-gritty of it, but basically, if you see a metal slime, you can guarantee that you will do 1 damage to it. And if it stays for 3 turns, you can guarantee that you'll kill it.
Speaking of Twitch, Twitch pop-up, there he is in chat. How you doing? Good to see you, and good to see everybody here in chat.
Konbanwa, Pop-san!
Okay, there's my level 8.
I'm not actually looking at Randomania, so if he says anything, I won't be able to see it.
I'm actually going to reset my step counter, because that's one of the neat improvements of this, is that... Oops, that's a key. That's an herb. There we go.
Yeah, transitions off the world map in this game. Anytime you go down a set of stairs, or go off of the world map, as GameboyF9 did when he briefly stepped into the town of Hawksness there, anytime you do that, it is going to reset the counter to your next encounter. So he's doing that to gain some extra steps as he makes his way towards the goal.
I also casted heal when I was 9 HP off of max, and there was a reason for that. It's because there is a monster here that, if you fail to run, here it is.
Oh, Kage-senpai!
Yeah,
Kage-senpai.
Yep, WWW himself. Oh, now he picked me off, and I got away with it.
Oh, really? He back attacked and you still got away?
Yeah, I got away first try. Now
What's your max?
Star wiring. 62.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, but I'm already down to 2 herbs. Because I keep getting, like, either failed or... Oh, here we go. Here's the metal slime. Ah, forget it. There is a very notable race in last year's tournament against Star of Violence where I got 2 metal slimes on them.
There was a lot of metal slimes killed in that race.
Oh my goodness. The werewolf just hit me for max damage twice.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, let me remember to save this time. 18 minutes later. And I got a 1. Okay, I definitely saved, so let's do this properly.
Are werewolves sleep susceptible?
All wolves in Super Famicom are 100% asleep.
Oh, that's what I should have done.
Yeah, so werewolves are actually one of the better things to see. There are, let's see. So you can see Star Wyverns, which are 80% asleep. Magic Wyverns are also 80% asleep, but if you fail to sleep them, they might put you to sleep. So it's better to just run away. Knights are 80% to sleep. And then, yeah, all wolves are 100% to go to sleep. So seeing those werewolves is actually really good, because you will get punched in the face once, but you're guaranteed to put them to sleep, and then you just use an herb and go on your merry way.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing right now, is picking up some herbs, just so I have a chance this time. And I also have some more magic to play with, so that's a good thing too.
Yeah, dying on the first golem attempt is unfortunate, but yeah, you will have more resources for the second attempt. And also, since GameboyF9 is already level 8, he doesn't have to stop and fight anything. So yeah, he gets to hold on to all of his MP.
But I probably will start fighting after the first bridge, because then you start running into your 50, 50, 75, 87 and a half. Those are your run percentages. It's not agility based like in the first version, like the original version, or its randomizer.
Yeah, running in this game is completely percentage based. Yeah, like GameboyF9 said, it basically runs off of eighths. So you have a 4/8 chance to run the first 2 times, so a 50% chance, and then a 6/8 chance, or 75 on your third attempt. And then your 4th attempt and beyond is, yeah, like you said, a 7/8 chance. It's never, ever, you're never guaranteed to run in this game. That said, failing to run more than 4 times, I can't remember the last time it happened to me. But failing to run more than 3 times during the Golem Walk, there aren't very many enemies that aren't going to kill you, so...
Alright, let's try this again. Let's see if I can do this correctly. Yeah, I'm not worried about Wolf Lord. Come on, no battle, no battle, no battle, no battle. Ah! So, every time you go into battle, your step counter resets, so I'm just gonna charge on down. Boy, how about Rogue Scorpion? So now I am gonna use an herb, because now I'm in everybody's favorite section. I don't think I can run. I don't think I can sleep a Wraith Knight.
No, as far as I know, they're not susceptible. And they also have heal, which is... They have heal, which is really annoying. I just got back attacked by a wolf.
Go to bed, Knight. And Star Wyverns are 85% sleep chance. Run. Fortunately, the Wraith Knights are a little bit less wicked on level 8 than they are level 7.
Yeah, Wraith Knights are definitely not the worst thing to see on this walk. I think Wraith Knights you actually have a pretty decent shot at running away from. Like, you can fail to run from them more than once. And they're probably not going to kill you. They're definitely preferable to their shadowy brethren.
Magi Wyvern. Okay, I was not expecting the sleep to not work, and I got away with it. Wow. I almost died a second time. So I don't have a lot of resources left for the big fight coming up. And I keep getting monster after monster here. Can I get there without... Woohoo, that was close. Like, I'm right on the square. Ow. Alright, finally made it to the golem. You want to explain how that one works?
Yeah, so this golem fight is, I mean, it's completely textbook. Like, once you get to the golem, you can't lose unless you mess up the menuing. Basically, another kind of quality of life improvement in the Super Famicom version of this game, and actually fairly unique because I don't think this is in any other version. Like, there's mobile remakes, there's the PS4 remake. Only in the Super Famicom version, the golem is guaranteed to stay asleep for one turn after you play the fairy flute, which is, of course, the reason why we picked up the fairy flute earlier on in the game. And so by utilizing, you know, if you don't have any way of healing yourself, you can just take your one punch at the beginning of the fight, which is why we use those the life seeds, because the max damage that golem can do is either 55 or 56. But regardless, we know our max is going to be higher than that. So even if GameboyF9 had no way of healing himself, he would still be able to complete this fight. It would just be a little bit slower, because what you would do is you would attack and then play the flute. Attack, play the flute. Attack, play the flute. But one thing you can do when you have extra resources, as GameboyF9 does here, is you can play the flute, heal yourself up, put him back to sleep again, and then just attack twice. And as long as he doesn't wake up, you attack twice and play the flute. And because you're not taking that 7 or 8 second delay of listening to the flute play between every single round, the fight goes much, much faster that way. But unfortunately, he can wake up on that second attack, and then you gotta, as GameboyF9 I can see is kind of doing,
yeah.
You do have to take that extra time to put him back to sleep and heal yourself up, and some players opt to do it. What I usually do is I guarantee that I'm going to get myself back to max by I guarantee that I'm going to get myself back up to max by playing the flute and then healing once and then playing the flute again. Some players will play the flute and then heal twice and then play the flute. If he wakes up during that time, then obviously you got to put him back to sleep, do that all over again. But yeah, basically all of that to say, no matter how many resources you have, as long as you're max HP and you make it to the golem, you're guaranteed to win the fight. Depending on your comfortability with the fight and your how many resources you have left, sometimes you can make the fight go by faster.
Oh, oops. Just played the silver harp for you guys.
Oh, I gotta go pick up some extra gold. I'm short gold here. Oh, I'm short gold.
To this guy. This guy. This guy. And this guy.
So yeah, GameboyF9 contending with the menu boss there. So we have a bunch of stuff. We have a bunch of stuff in our inventory at this point that we don't need, and we actually want. Not only do we not need this stuff right now, we also want to clear up inventory space for holy water. The things that he put away were the fairy flute for one, which is something we're never going to need again now that the golem's dead. The silver harp and the stones of sunlight, which we'll be needing in a little bit, but not right now, and also the dragon scale. Which
I got a second. I got 433 for my magic.
Oh, so 96 exactly. 96 exactly. I think I got 4 and 5 so far.
Oh well, then you're in good shape. So I picked up total of 6 fairy waters, one of which I used, and now here's the first part of the grinding. But it's a very unique grinding phase, for sure.
Yeah, so the category that we're racing here is called the Dragon Loop category, and the reason for that is going to be very evident here in a little bit. GameboyF9 is going to be heading into a series of fights with the he's going to be heading to the Swamp Cave and fighting the dragon that's guarding the princess. And he will be picking up the princess, but we're not actually going to take her back to the castle. We're going to be exploiting an oversight, if you will. Whether or not this is a bug is definitely up for debate. As far as I know, what GameboyF9 is going to do here and what I'll be doing later, as far as I know, this actually works in every version of Dragon Warrior, save for the NES version. Basically, like I said, there's a dragon guarding this princess, and in the Super Famicom version, that dragon is worth a whopping 950 experience, and is not particularly difficult to kill, given the amount of resources that we have. And so we're going to be abusing the fact. So GameboyF9 is going to fight this dragon, and I'm going to let him do that before I continue on with my explanation.
Yeah, because I have to count 65. 83. I'll take a risk. 17. It's 100. 118. We're almost there now. Nope. 133. Alright, now that's it. Come on, go first. Darn. Dang, nubbit. So the dragon has, what is it, 153 HP?
Yeah. Oh, 31. 31's not bad. Ideally, so you want to pay attention to how much HP GameboyF9 has left after he kills each dragon. Ideally, we want to have about 27 or less, because that's the number of fairy water steps that we're going to have left. And so we're going to grab this princess, and again, like I said before, we're not taking her back to the castle. We're going to be intentionally death warping while holding the princess, and what that's going to do is that's going to put her back in the swamp cave that GameboyF9 was in, and it's also going to respawn that dragon. And so again, we're going to be taking advantage of that to eventually get to level 15, which is going to take 7 dragons, and maybe a few extra kills along the way.
Yeah, about 25 minutes, give or take. So I didn't get very far with the remainder of my fairy water.
Yeah, so oh wow, you didn't go to sleep.
Oh. Beating up some specters before heading on out? Oh, wait a minute, you're still going for it.
I missed a sleep on a Droll Magi. That doesn't happen very often. There's a clip somewhere that Lavitz made when I was like grinding out PB attempts in this, where I was trying to put a Droll Magi to sleep, and we each failed sleep on each other for a total of 6 times. It was kind of hilarious. We just kept going back and forth with sleep attempts. Okay, let's see if this guy's going to be a jerk or not. Oh my gosh. I hate Metal Lords so much. Alright, there we go. Metal Lords are the only enemy in the game that will heal even when they're at max HP.
22... 42,
which is really, really annoying. Oh, perfect. Okay, cool.
62...
Alright, so I've got my Silver Harp, I'm taking my Death Warp, and I'm going to be on my way to fight the
104... What am I doing? Getting away with it, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, right,
wow, that was a sloppy fight.
Yeah, so during the Dragon Loop, I mean, the first thing, obviously, to do, your first goal during the Dragon Loop is to not die. That's pretty important. Your second goal during the Dragon Loop is, again, to keep your HP as low as possible by counting the damage you do to the Dragon Lord as you fight him. And then also keeping in mind that towards the beginning of the Dragon Loop, it's about a 50-50 as to who's going to go first. But towards the end of the loop, especially once you hit level 13, it's actually going to be, the odds are going to be that you're going to go first. You're not guaranteed to go first like you are in the NES version. And so, kind of towards the beginning of the Dragon Loop, you'd want to play conservatively, as though the dragon's going to attack first, and then, like I said, you don't want to die. And then towards the end of the loop, you can kind of play like as though you're going to go first, and so you can play a little bit riskier. And again, try to have your life as low as possible so that you take fewer steps in the muck as you're trying to take that intentional death warp.
So this is the third dragon I'm going through, and there's a little something special you're going to have to do at the end of this.
Oh, are you going to put fairy water and keys together?
No. I am gonna refill my fairy water though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the keys are the next dragon, the dragon after that. And then we have to do something special for the 5th dragon. Ah, this is what I've been looking.
The standard route, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. No, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Yeah, after the 3rd, 4th, and 5th dragon, there's things that you want to do before moving on. After the 5th dragon is when you'll want to ideally go and pick up your stuff before moving on with the rest. Because what we're going to do immediately after killing the 7th dragon and getting to... Oh, please don't kill me.
21.
After killing the 7th dragon, we're going to go turn in our...
63.
Goldman, stop.
83.
I've almost died to Goldman twice. This is...
Whoa. 103. 125. Alright, we got 2 more hits. Come on, go first. Aw, come on. Wow. 3 dragons over 30 hit points. Hi, Princess. Are you ready to go down the swamp again?
Alright, I'm going to focus on my Golem Walk here.
Okay. Well, I can mention the next thing we're going to do is, well, first we're going to die. Because, you know, dying is a thing in this game. There we go. I'm dead. And then I'm going to return now because that's a lot faster than
Wow! I failed twice to run against Kage and survived with 1 HP.
Wow. I'll see that in a little bit. I'm watching the restream, but...
Please, please. Oh no, come on. I have, like, no resources right now.
3, 4, 5... And... 2 more. Okay. So I bought 6 fairy waters, used 1, and then bought a 7th. And now we're going to work on our 4th dragon. Now the 4th dragon is going to be a little bit different from the first 3. Oh shoot, I didn't get to see that because I was concentrating on... So this will be good if Lavkian can get the golem on his first attempt here. And it's looking real good. Oh yeah. Don't want to play a magician. Ooh, Ghost, you hurt me. Alright, so we're on our way to our 4th green dragon. And here we go. Alright. 15, 40. 7, 61, 24, 85, 107. Okay, that's it. 131. Oy. Actually, in this case, HP doesn't matter.
Yeah, Game Boy's going to be dying in a different place.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, we're actually going to take this princess back to the castle.
We're going home! Yay!
Yay! So while I'm working on that, I'm going to take this moment to thank our restreamer, Narastra, and our tracker, which is Sparkover. So thank you very much for taking the time to help us out here this morning. I'll also take a quick moment to, well, I'll mention what I'm doing here. I'm going to pick up a bunch of magic keys and I'm going to die again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So this tournament is going to be a double elimination tournament. So you have to... There we go. Bye-bye, princess. Have a nice day. So it's a straight double elimination tournament. Winner of this match is going to take on Star of Violence in the semifinals. Winner's semifinal. And then in the loser is going to take on the loser of Lavitz and Sparkover, our tracker. That is the other winner's quarterfinal. That match will take place Monday at noon, right here on Randomania.
That's noon EST?
Yeah, noon EST.
Oh, nice.
9 a.m. for you. We do have these tournaments every year, so hopefully you'll be able to join us next year when we do this. Hopefully you'll join our Discord as well.
We do have a pretty active Discord with people who race this game. Hopefully, we'll see what happens here towards the end. I think I might still be able to get under 2 hours if things go well for the rest of this run. We have a very, very, very good guide written also by our. We have a very good guide written by Star of Violence that details most of the strategies that we've talked about here for this run. And you can honestly just pick up the game and pick up that guide and have a sub 2 hour time in just a few days of practice. So, and that can get you competitive in races. So, if this game, if RPG speedruns are your thing and this game looks interesting to you, and especially as kind of a bite-sized introduction to RPG speedrunning, by all means, come talk to us in our Discord. Alright, I'm gonna go silent here while I'm gonna just focus on this dragon loop, and then we can kind of talk more about stuff for when we're grinding.
Okay, so I'm dead again. So this was my 5th dragon, so we have to do something else special. I have to go to the vault and pick up all my things.
Yeah, there's some plot items in the vault that we need, and also the dragon scale is still very useful to have at this point in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna get our dragon scale back. Oops. Number two. There we go. So everything except the fairy flute, ultimately.
Yeah, we don't need the fairy flute. Don't pick it up.
So the dragon scale is a little bit different in this version. In the NES version, it grants you 2 defense, but in the Super Famicom version, it actually grants you 5 defense.
Nice! 15 HP on the first one.
Oh, jeez, you got me beat. Lavkian's gonna need a lot more of those to catch up. Or he just needs you to die to the Dragon Lord a couple times, that'll do it too. I don't know why I just swung my sword there. Might be a good reason after all. Alright, here we go. It's my turn to go. 28, 56. I don't know. 56, 110. I think he's got 2 more attacks here. I'm just gonna take it right there. 24 HP. Yay! My first sub 30 HP dragon. Alright, so I have 1 dragon remaining. Lavit's completed Lavkian, excuse me, completed
the other Lav.
The other Lav completed his first, I think.
Yeah, I just killed my first.
Yeah.
So you've got 1 more to go? 2 more to go?
I have one dragon remaining.
One dragon remaining. Yeah, and then Game Boy's going to want to go move on to picking up a story item, picking up the best armor in the game, and then more grinding.
Yes. But a much more traditional grind.
Indeed.
The one you're used to seeing in the good old days, so to speak. I don't know if anybody watched the Super Mario Brothers 3 randomizer one-shot tournament we had, but if you did, thank you for joining us for that. That was a pretty fun time. We hope to do this again sometime. We are planning to do more of those, so...
That was an awkward time to get a critical hit. 33 HP on the second dragon.
Yep. I had a crit as well. A couple dragons ago. Okay, here's my last dragon. $28, $55, and HP actually doesn't matter with this last dragon. So I'm not even going to bother counting.
Yeah, for the last dragon, obviously we're not going to be death warping anymore because we're not trying to intentionally kill this dragon. We will be doing it one more time, just not during this section of the run. Yeah, for all intents and purposes, we're done with the whole dying in the swamp thing, and so yeah, HP doesn't really matter. At the end of, you don't want your HP to be, you don't need your HP to be particularly low at the end of the last dragon. It's also the one dragon that you really want to crit early to kind of save HP. But yeah, you're no longer counting damage the same way that you were before.
So now I've gained access to the repel spell, so I don't need to worry about fairy water anymore.
Repel spell is the best spell.
So 7 dragons in, what's the split? I think it's like 105 something, right? 105.19 on my clock.
Yeah, it's like a 22 and change loop. It's really good.
Yeah, what is that? 22.33? It's okay. Alright, so now I'm going to pick up the Staff of Rain after all this time of me having that silver harp. Staff of Rain, get. Now, some people will immediately go to Hawksness, but I am going to spend a night at the inn with the princess.
Oh, I could have actually... Okay, 24 is not bad. I could have played that a little bit differently.
Yeah, that's pretty good. If you spend a night at the inn with the princess, the innkeeper will say something interesting.
Yeah.
Of which I don't know what it's, I don't know exactly what she says, but
it's something to the effect of, like, you guys were noisy last night, I think, is what it says. It's innocuous enough, but you know what it means.
Mm-hmm. So Repel is free up until short of Hawksness, and then you gotta fight your way through the rest.
Yeah, in the NES version of Dragon Warrior, Repel looks at your defense and compares it to an enemy's strength. And if your defense is higher than the enemy's strength, then it negates the battle. In a Super Famicom version, it looks at your level. And it compares your level not to the level of a specific enemy, but to the specific zone that you're walking through. So even if a zone that you're walking through has really weak enemies, if the designated level of the zone is, if you're, I think, within 5 levels of it, if you're 5 levels higher than the level of that zone, you will not get any encounters, regardless of what's actually there. But if your level is, you know, even if you're like 3 or 4 levels higher, then you will still get encounters, which is why GameboyF9 is getting, for example, that Wyvern encounter. That Wyvern is trivial to him now. It's completely harmless, but he's not 5 levels above that area's designated level, so he will still get encounters there regardless of whether or not he's used Repel or not.
So I could have fought that werewolf, but I chose not to. So this Axe Knight is simple. You swing your sword and you hope he doesn't cast sleep.
Yeah,
like but I woke up and then he tried again and it failed. So actually this was a good thing. Even though he went first that time, I got away and I won. Whew.
Yeah, so one thing that I very much appreciate about the Japanese RTA community is they do allow the use of turbo. And we are both making use of turbo for the speedrun. And so basically the strategy for killing this Axe Knight is hold X. That's your hot tech. You hold X and hope you don't go to sleep. If you go to sleep and immediately wake up the next turn, you can still win. But ideally you want him to either not cast sleep at all or you want him to miss.
Alright, so now we've got one more fetch quest thing we gotta do. We gotta pick up Erdrick's token, and it's at the exact same place as it is in the basic game. 80 south, 140 west. Wait a minute.
Technically speaking, it's like a half tile over. For whatever reason, I still don't understand why it's a half tile over, but it is a half tile to the right of where it is in NES. Even though it appears aligned on the proper tile. It's super weird. Anyway, I'm going to focus on killing this dragon.
Alright.
Another badly timed critical hit left me with 39 HP.
I just got a badly timed critical hit on a Star Wyvern. It is like, gee, you had to do it on the very last attack.
Yeah, so Star Wyverns in this next section as GameboyF9 enters his end-game grind here. Star Wyverns are really the only thing that keeps this from being hold X until you level up section of the game. Star Wyverns have the Heal More spell, and they're pretty apt to use it. And basically, the way it works is, for the encounter, enemies, okay, let's start from enemies in Dragon Quest spawn with a percentage of their maximum HP, which I believe can be as low as 80%. Now, given the damage output that we do right now, generally speaking, we're going to kill a Star Wyvern in 2 hits because they spawn with less than their max HP. But if a Star Wyvern uses Heal More to heal itself, no matter what HP it was at before, it's going to be at full, and it's guaranteed at that point to take 3 hits to kill it after that. And so it is possible to get stuck in this kind of endless loop where you hit him twice, he heal murders himself, you hit him twice, he heal murders himself, and you never actually kill him. And so to avoid that, what we do here is, it's why your MP in this section is kind of important. If he casts Heal More, you have to put it to sleep. And then you can kind of increase your odds of killing it before it wakes up by hitting it once. Because the kind of the script that tells the Magiwyvern what to do will not add Heal More to its possibilities unless it's at 50% of its HP or below. And so once it's healed itself once, you're not going to hit it for more than half of its maximum health. So you can hit it once, it won't heal more, you put it to sleep, you hit it 2 more times, and then you're done with your fight. Now, ideally, you're just going to, you know, kill it 2 hits and not have to deal with any of what I just said, but that's ideal. That's not going to happen every single time.
Yeah, no. Because Star Violence are jerks.
They are jerk birds.
Yeah, Star Violence came up with that idea. Alright, Star Wyvern, go to bed. Oh, Kaishin no Ichigaki. So I'm going to be grinding here until level 17. Sometimes you'll play until you're 950 experience short of 17, but in this case, I'm gonna go to 17.
I did that a couple of times. Star of Violence told me that's actually not good to do, and I've kind of played around with different experience values. I know that like Star of Violence and Pop will kind of cut this grind. I was talking to Scar earlier today. He also prefers to just go to level 17 and then leave right after that. Let's see what am I doing right now. Oh right, I'm just gonna get my gear after this definitely. Yeah, Scar told me he prefers to go to level 17 exactly. If you go to like 16,050 is the value that GameboyF9 was alluding to, because we are going to kill that we're going to Death Warp and then kill that dragon one more time to get to level 17, and then we're going to get to level 18 in Sharlock as we make our way down to the final battle with the Dragon Lord. And by leaving this section early, this grind section that GameboyF9 is in, you're taking a risk, and you're saying, I'm going to have a good set of encounters in Sharlock, and I'm not worried about getting to level 18. And there's a weird balance there that I don't completely understand. And I asked Star about it recently, and he said it's complicated. So I don't fully understand it, but basically, you can spend more time here, and then you'll have a higher chance of getting to level 18 by the time you actually physically are in front of the Dragon Lord, or you can kind of you can leave here early, and then you're placing your risk in the encounter luck that you get inside Sharlock. So. The guide that Star of Violence wrote actually recommends that you go to level 17 and then fight 4 extra encounters. Mm-hmm. And I think that's to get, basically once you do all of that and then kill the dragon, you're going to need like 2,500 experience once you enter Sharlock. And that's a pretty, you're gonna be having a really bad time in Sharlock if you haven't hit 2,500 experience by the time you hit the bottom. So it's a pretty safe number. But if you're just going right to level 17, and then you fight the dragon, you're going to be needing on the order of about 3,000 experience, which is still reasonable.
Mm-hmm. I might go +4 just because, you know, I'm ahead. But we'll see.
Yeah, it's just a risk assessment. How much risk do you want to take, given the position that you're in?
I mean, Lavkian had a much better golem walk than I did, so he gained. It's
true. I did make up
four
tiny
minutes
bit of time. I made up a tiny bit. I did make up some time getting the golem on the first try, and I may make up a little bit of time on this dragon loop. I just had a 12 HP 6th dragon, so that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Now I feel like I'm in a spaghetti western.
I keep telling myself not to whistle because I'm a Discord, but it's like such a hard habit to break. I do it every single time when I'm just grinding out practice runs.
Alright, so I've got 4,000 more experience to score here. You get it on the second hit, not the first one. Come on, man.
What I love is especially like since I started adopting the, if the Jerkbird heal mores, then throw a, hit him once before you put him to sleep. I love when he heal mores and then you crit. It's like, that's what you get. Heal on me, you jerk. You die anyway.
I've been getting lucky with these Star Wyrens. They're not healing.
Yeah, sometimes Jerkbirds aren't necessarily so jerky. And the nice thing, too, about GameboyF9 having taken the inn after finishing his Dragon Loop and picking up the Staff of Rain is normally what you would do here is you would Death Warp. You would have to take off Erdrick's armor because Erdrick's armor makes you immune to damage tiles, and then you would Death Warp out of here. But given the amount of HP that GameboyF9 has, he can actually just hit the return spell to move on to the next section of the game.
That's true. I've never thought about that actually.
it's what you do to get a little bit of time back in case you die to Axe Knight.
Mm-hmm.
My HP seed rolls were abysmally low.
Oh, were they all 4s?
I have no idea, but I only have 90 HP right now. I'm fighting the last dragon, and I should have more than that. Generally speaking, I should have more than that. Alrighty, I've successfully finished the Dragon Loop.
Oh, there we go. Finally got a Kaishin on the correct time. On the first attack.
That's, what is that, a 2143. I'll take it.
Yeah, so about 40 seconds faster than me. Alright. Yeah. Something like that.
Alright, so give me Metal Slime on this after Axe Knight, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah, that'll help. Well, you're gonna need 2 or 3 of them.
It's true. It's, Metal Slime. Metal Slimes before Golem are huge because you can drop a dragon from the Dragon Loop. But Metal Slimes after, they only save on average about a minute to a minute and a half over what GameboyF9 is doing right now, just fighting these random monsters.
Kaishin no Ichigaki. I mean, I guess you could take a supreme risk and hang out like.
There are people who've done that. I think someone actually did that in a race against Star Violence.
I think it was right.
Just sat there and forced Metal Slimes.
Uh-huh.
That's what you're gonna say.
Yeah, I think that's who it was.
Yeah, there's someone, I don't know who. I know someone has done that in a race. I remember Lavitz and Star talking about it. I don't remember who it was though. It might have been Pop, to be honest. That sounds like something
Pop.
it sounds like something he would do if he felt sufficiently behind.
Well, shoot, even if he's ahead, he'll stop at like 16,050 experience and go off and win the game anyway.
Yeah, Pop is a master at knowing where to cut corners. Mm-hmm. He is an encyclopedia of knowledge about this game for sure.
Like on the grind to level 8, he'll actually beat up knights. He's like, no problem, I'll take the risk and put a knight to sleep.
Yeah, I don't know how many. Wow. Yeah, I can see doing that because they are pretty susceptible to sleep. So it's the same as fighting just about anything else in the area. I don't know what their max HP is though. I don't know how hard it is to kill one at level 7.
I know in the NES it's 55. I don't know if it's different.
Oh my! If it's 55, I don't think it's 55 in this. If it is, that's risky. Because the most damage you're going to do to one is going to be like 12. That's a lot of hits.
Mm-hmm.
I just failed to run from a gold man 3 times in a row, and all he did on each turn was defend. He's the only enemy in this game that can defend, as far as I know.
No, Metal Scorpions.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, 98 for Axe Knight. I'm not liking this. Oh, don't go to sleep. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Okay,
my
let's
X
just...
Knight was...
No,
you
go to
put me
sleep.
to...
No, wake up. Wake up, wake up,
Oh,
wake up, wake
no.
up, wake up.
Oh, no.
Oh, we got it. Okay, we got it. Nope, nope, we
Oh.
got it. Because he failed to sleep on the first round, so and I woke up immediately on the second time you did it, so yeah, it's totally fine. So now I've got my armor, and I can go start my my grind towards level 17.
Need a Kaishin no Ichigeki counter.
Did you split on Axe Knight Death, or when you picked up the armor?
Yeah, and I split when I defeat the X Knight.
So we're less than 14 minutes apart. So yeah, a death to the Dragon Lord himself could swing this.
Yeah.
Ah! I got one hit on a Metal Slime and then it ran away, taunting me. I actually got a Metal Slime in practice earlier today. It was the first one I've gotten in a long time.
Yeah. I think the last time I got a Metal Slime, I had 2 Metal Slimes against Star Violence last year. Oh, thank you, Homokayo. I hope I pronounced that correctly. It's really? It is 42 to 55 hit point Knight.
I just almost died to a Kage because I missed it 4 times in a row.
Oh, yeah.
I know their dodge rate is high, but that's actually obscene. Like, I'm offended.
Well, isn't it like 1 in 4?
I don't actually know what it is in Super Famicom. It's like, it's 7 out of 16 in NES, right? Or no, it's like, or no, it's like 15 out of 64, I think?
15 out of 64.
Yeah. I don't actually know what their dodge chance is in Super Famicom.
It's definitely more than it usually is.
Got a turn 1 Kaishin no Ichigeki on the first Star Wyvern that I saw.
There we go. Level 17, and I'm out of here.
And I just picked up the token, so I'm starting my grind.
But we don't split it until I actually go into Sherlock. So first things first, we're going to pick up... we're going to beat up a red slime. That's the first part. Second part is to go to the Southern Shrine. I probably should use Repel. What do you think?
Yeah, Repel helps.
Well, I just need to show that red slime who is boss, you know?
You definitely showed it who's boss with your level 17 broadsword attack. How much damage you do? Like 45?
52.
52! Doing 50 to anything in this game is... You know, that's a number you don't see very often outside of critical hits.
Yeah. Oh,
you might see it against Stonemen after you get the sword if Game Boy opts to fight them.
Oh, yeah, there's something I forgot. Oh, I still have to... whatever. I'm gonna just keep going.
Oh, right. Because you... That's my bad. That's my bad for mentioning the Rura thing. Because... And I did that the first time I tried it because I wasn't really understanding the fact that you needed to... Like, when you wanted to Death Warp versus when you wanted to Rura. So that's my bad. Yeah, you want to... Definitely want a Death Warp when you're holding on to the princess, so you get that dragon spawn back.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll make do. So I have 4,000 experience to reach the magic level.
And if not, at least you'll be meeting the incentive from the RPG Limit Break race.
Yeah, right. Alright, let's go get that rainbow drop.
Jerkbird's gonna jerk.
Hey, it's his job. Or her job.
Its job. Their job.
Yeah, their job. True.
How dare you assume a Star Wyvern's gender?
Yeah. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the princess right into danger.
Oh my goodness.
So what
Please
we're
stop
gonna do
casting
is
them.
we're going to cast Repel right before Remolder because it doesn't work in town for whatever reason.
Yeah, that bugs me. That's one thing. That's one thing I do like about the NES version is you can cast it when you're in town. But if you cast it in a castle or in a town, it will actually just say, "But the spell did nothing."
Mm-hmm. Picking up a couple torches. Oh, can't pick up a couple torches. But I picked up one. That's the only one I need. I'd like to... Oh, the chainmail is something I don't need anymore. Oh.
Yeah, I think I got 455, which at level 17 should put me at like 100? Yeah, it sounds right. Yeah, wait. Yeah, I should be at 100, so I can actually skip buying that torch.
Mm-hmm. Of course, once you reach level 18, you really don't need a torch anymore. Alright, let's go into Sherlock. So I got 4,000 experience to deal to get. It typically will be done, will be taken care of, no problem, but...
Might require a little bit of walking back and forth in front of the throne.
Mm-hmm. You know, I almost tried to throw the rainbow drop away. Oh.
Can you actually do that?
No, you can't. They won't let you.
I was gonna say, that would be tragic. I also apparently clicked on some option that's I clicked on some option to reset my tablet that Norton Antivirus gave me, so I'm not watching you anymore. So, alright, just hit level 16. So we're going to go about 8-ish minutes. I am going to cut my grind a little bit short to try to make up some time on GameboyF9 here. And then roll our dice in Sherlock.
So here's a secret passageway. Oh, a wizard. Kaishin no Ichigeki. That's how we start this.
Hey, I just got a critical on a Star Wyvern first turn, so nice.
Oh, there you go.
Nicely synced.
Would have been even better if you got yours against a wizard.
That would have been creepy.
So Axe Knights I'm going to pass on.
Yeah, don't mess with Axe Knights. Axe Knights are for only the boldest of the bold.
Or when you have Erdrick's Sword. Once you have Erdrick's Sword, they're better, because you would win in 2.
Yeah, it sucks, because Axe Knights at the point Axe Knights at the point that GameboyF9 is at, generally die in 3 hits, but they can take 4, and they can still put you to sleep, just like, you know, what we were looking at before getting Erdrick's armor, and if they put you to sleep, there's a chance that you just...
big trouble.
There's a chance you just never wake up. And then also, unfortunately, as I found out when I was grinding out PBs in this game back in January, even when you have Erdrick's Sword, there is potential that an Axe Knight can take 3 hits and then still like do that sleep block thing.
Oh, no, Stone Man. Not playing you. Sorry. That's another one where you want to wait for Erdrick's sword.
Yeah, Stonemen are a no-go. If you have extra MP after picking up Erdrick's sword, they are very susceptible to the sleep spell, and will take either 3 or 4 hits to kill.
The monster we want to find here are the blue dragons, also known as the kiss dragons, which is why I went.
Yeah, blue dragons in this game worth a nice 180 experience. And if they only breathe fire on you, they don't do that much damage, and then they generally take 3 or 4 hits to kill. So yeah, starting from the second basement and below, those are the things that you really want to be seeing.
Even their regular attack isn't that bad.
It's not that bad, but if you're not careful, that damage can sneak up on you really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I have definitely died to them. I've died to them before.
So here I'm gonna wait for an encounter to show up before advancing, because I got a ton of experience to reach the next level. And that was nice. I got a blue dragon in 2. Normally it'll take you 3, because the blue dragons have like 98 HP.
Yeah, once you pick up Erdrick's sword, you can potentially get blue dragons in 2, which is really nice. Erdrick's sword obviously being a huge boost to your damage output.
Always has been, always will be. Now this time I will try for the Axe Knight. I mean, the other thing is I still have the princess in hand, so if I lose, I'll just go pick up a dragon and then try again. Especially this early in the level 18 grind. So now I'm going to hang out right outside this 5th basement. Right outside these stairs for a little while. Probably until I have about 350 experience to go. Fortunately, this is where you kind of want the silver heart, so you can get monsters whenever you want, but
yeah,
not how it works here. Because I casted the return spell and I should have died in the swamp, where I was doing my level 16 grind. To answer Homakayo's question, he was asking, why do you keep the princess anyways? That's why, because I made a mistake. There's a stone man I was able to get rid of in 3.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pass on.
When I hit about 16,500 experience on my grinds, I'm going to be taking an intentional death warp to get rid of this princess and respawn the dragon inside the swamp cave. Just a couple of oversights on both our parts as we kick off this tournament.
Well, we'll see if that affects anything or not. We'll see.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dragon Lord 1 in this game also knows sleep. So, as I said at the top of our broadcast, as I said at the top of our broadcast, nothing is decided in this game until the Dragon Lord is dead. In the NES version, he only knows Hurt More and Stop Spell. They decided to get rid of Stop Spell. You know what? I just thought of something. That must be why they gave you Stop Spell immunity on Erdrick's armor in the NES version, was so that you couldn't get Stop Spell against Dragon Lord 1. Because they took away his Stop Spell, and then they also took away Stop Spell immunity off the armor in this game. I only just realized that. But yeah, in Super Famicom, he doesn't know Stop Spell, but he does know Hurt More, Heal More, and Sleep. And usage of Heal More and or Sleep can prove pretty devastating when trying to finish up the run.
Eesh. Wow.
Oh. Oh, wow, I'm already at 16.5. Alright, cool. That was fast.
21,000 the next level.
Oh, you jerk.
Alright. Now I'm in a much better HP position here. Aw, 80 damage didn't kill the Kiss Dragon. Share the gruesome slaughter of the Dragon Lord. Well, I could say yes to the Dragon Lord, and then we could then proceed to play Dragon Quest Heroes. Unfortunately, that is against the rules. Yeah, unfortunately, that's against the rules of this tournament.
Alrighty, there's my Death Warp.
Hopefully, I'll be able to kill this Stone Man in 3 this time. No, it always takes me 4. This is annoying. I'm down to 2 herbs now. I've got another 1,000 points to go.
Yeah, holding on to some of your herbs, they can be useful during the Dragon Lord fight. Holding on to herbs is not required, but in the event that you find yourself lacking heal mores against the second phase, they can kind of get you out of the pinch if you have a couple of them left.
700 to go. Some people will start the final grind on 7. Well, the final dive at 700 to go, but I'm gonna stay conservative here.
Yeah, you can go down at about 700-ish to go. Once GameboyF9 heads down to the next floor, he's going to see an entire new set of enemies. Well, Stone Men are going to be there. Stone Men have always been there, but there are other enemies will be new. He'll see the Death God Knights, or Armored Knights, which he doesn't really want to mess with particularly. And then Wizards will be down there, and then Red Dragons, or Darth Dragons as they're called in this version. Those are what we absolutely want to see at this point.
They're the fun police that give away ice cream tickets.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's what I'm going to try for now.
Yeah, I'm going to have 101 max MP. Sweet.
See, there's one of those Armored Knights that I do not want to deal with.
Yeah, Armored Knights are really disgusting. They have a really high tendency to cast heal more. And just like what I was talking about with Star Wyverns before, you really don't want to be messing around with those things when they have max hit points and you don't. Especially because they're not susceptible to sleep like Star Wyverns are. So once they heal more, if you do decide to try to fight one, once they heal more, you have to get out of there. You cannot be messing around with Armored Knights when they have max HP and you don't.
3 consecutive Armored Knights.
I think they're 40% in the lowest level, so yeah.
So that's definitely not outside the realm of possibility.
I think they're 40%. There might be a different enemy that's 40%.
How about 4 consecutive Armored Knights?
Okay, now that's getting into bad luck territory.
And how about a 4-run fail? Make it a 5-run fail, I'm dead.
Oh no!
5-run fail.
Yikes! Oh, that is rough. Alright.
I've hit a 1 in 1,024.
Now I have to actually fight my way down and get the experience like GameboyF9 did, but we're going to be heading to Sherlock right around the same time, and neither of us have actually fought the Dragon Lord yet, so it is still anybody's race at this point.
But I mean, you have no choice but to run away from those things because, like, for the most part, it's.
If you're at full HP, you can opt to fight them. But yeah, if they heal more at all, then you've got to run. It's yeah, you don't really have a choice. It's very unfortunate.
So at this point, I am now going to take advantage of this unfortunate situation and... Oh, I have 2 keys left. That's fine. And go ahead and claim that dragon.
Oh yeah, that'll guarantee GameboyF9 hits level 18, and then all he has to do is just walk down towards the Dragon Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I still got to fight my way down.
And the other problem is, oh, there's a Kaishin.
Nice.
120.
Nice.
Get out of here, dumb dragon. Yeah, the one important thing, well, only 7 magic, so that actually isn't good. But I had 97, that would have been better. That would have been an extra heal more I could have used, but it was partially why I went and claimed that dragon anyway. But I do have extra casts of like sleep and stuff like that if I need to use them.
Yeah, if you die to the Dragon Lord after getting to level 18, or just die for whatever reason after getting to level 18, it's considered a little bit safer in the sense that you'll have the advantage of having level 18 MP for extra resources. What is your MP right now? Your max MP?
It's now 103.
Nice.
So I still need to get over to Remolder just to get my magic back. But I do have an extra torch. So if I fail this attempt, then it's pretty much over at that point because Lavkian at that point, or yeah, will probably beat the Dragon Lord.
It's not over till it's over. I am just as susceptible to getting trolled by Dragon Lord 1 as anybody else.
Got to cast Repel, but I'm not going to worry about that.
Yeah, let's cast Radiant and not Outside, please. Thank you.
Well, the other problem is at that point I'll be out of magic keys, so...
Yeah, I used up my last magic key to get into the castle, so hopefully I don't have to make the walk of shame around to the key shop. Uh-oh. I might if I don't get my act together here. Alright, I'm just gonna run from this guy.
Man, all these encounters, man. Oh no, not the Demon Knight. Man, all these encounters, my goodness. I mean, that should not be happening here. Alright, fine, I'll kill one of you. There, hope you're happy. Hopefully that'll slow down the encounters a little bit.
Come on, Kiss Dragon. Come on, Kiss Dragon. Wow, that was a really long walk with no encounter.
See, that's what I need right now. Really long walks with no encounters. Come on, let's have another 6-run fail. Why not?
One thing as we're heading into the final stretch that I'll mention here, GameboyF9 mentions at the top of the broadcast, since we're playing a Japanese version of this game, we are also playing by Japanese timing rules. And Japanese timing, you start your timer from power on. So we both reset our games as soon as we started the race. And you also play until you see the end. So killing the final boss does not actually trigger the end of the race. We do have to watch the ending. But the ending in this game is like maybe 2 minutes long. So for this particular run, it's not a huge deal, but you will notice the timer continuing to run even after one of us has beaten the final boss, and that is intentional. Again, based on Japanese timing standards. I have not seen a Kiss Dragon yet. I'm starting to wonder if they actually exist. I just got the sword. And I just killed my first stone man. Alright, let's see what abysmal amount of experience I need right now. Wow. Yeah, I'm like way behind where I should be.
Grinding to level 19 is not a good idea. You hardly get anything for it.
Yeah, you get the world record for this game goes for the dragon at level 17. You get a huge boost to your strength at level 18. So level 17 attempts are actually, you know, getting to the Dragon Lord and killing him is very, very unlikely at 17. At 18, it's much, much more stable again because there is that huge strength boost. But the boosts that you get at level 19 are not worth the time it takes. Because it just takes increasingly more amounts of experience to get from level to level as you go. And so, yeah, once you get to level 18, the time investment is just not worth what you get out of it at all.
Yeah.
Ooh, lead off crit against the first blue dragon I saw. Very nice. Stick that in my back pocket.
Alright, so second attempt. Wizards are totally fine here. Finally got a wizard.
Another critical hit on a Kiss Dragon. Super sweet. So yeah, I'm going to be going up to 20,300, and then I'll make my way down and hope that I see a couple of DOS Dragons to get me to level 18. But I still got a ways to go before that happens. So plenty of drama here as GameboyF9 and I are most likely going to be having a virtual high five here momentarily.
Could have picked up some more herbs, but didn't. Oh well. Hey, look, there's my Darth Dragon finally. I have first attack too.
Oh, are you already on the lower floors?
Yeah, I'm on the last floor.
Oh wow, you made quick work.
Yeah, I'm about ready to say hi. Well, let's see if I 5-run fail against this guy. Only one. Come on, Armor Knight, you do better than that. Alright, let's go. Don't need to do anything else. Alright, here we go. So, we'll see how much of a troll this guy is. Dragon Lord has 40 magic points.
Oh, can he run himself out of MP?
Yeah, he can.
Oh, I've never seen that happen.
But it's a heck of a lot cheaper. His spells are compared to mine.
Oh, really? Okay, that makes sense.
Well, he used absolutely no... Well, he used Hurt More. He didn't use anything else. So I got through first one, no problem. Got 10 heal mords.
Oh yeah, yeah. It would take a. So Dragon Lord 1 is subject to some randomness, but Dragon Lord 2 is on a fixed attack pattern, and it would basically take a serious mismenu by GameboyF9 here to lose the race.
Highs, number high again. Good, brilliant, 2 lows. Oh, nice Kaishin. And we're gonna turn 1 high. And no, you got it. Take it from here.
Alright.
Go again.
Ah, where am I? My light went out. There we go.
And turn 1 high.
So one thing about using Radiant, if you need a lot of extra experience at this point, sometimes you can just run out of light. There's a DOS Dragon.
Dragon Lord's down.
Nice. GG.
GG.
The nice thing about red dragons in this section, and the reason why we were bringing them up earlier, they are on a completely fixed attack pattern. Their first 3 turns are completely scripted. They will always breathe fire, which does like 12 to 16 damage. Then they'll cast Stop Spell, and only after doing that will they add regular attacks into their script. And generally speaking, you can kill them in 3 hits, and you go faster than them. So it's very rare to actually take significant amounts of damage from red dragons. And then they also give you 350 experience, which outside of Metal Slimes is the most any random enemy gives in the entire game. So red dragons are basically experience gift basket, so to speak.
Yeah. So before people head on out here, just a reminder: the next race will be Monday, tomorrow at noon Eastern. That I think that's midnight in the Japan Standard Time, 9 a.m. Excuse me, Pacific.
10 p.m. 9 a.m. East Coast should be 10 p.m. Japan time.
Oh, except it's noon.
Or sorry, noon Eastern. Noon Eastern would be...
So 1 a.m. 1 a.m. in Japan. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So that'll be Sparkover and Lavkian. And the winner of that race will take on Sumdiner in the semifinal. I will be taking on Star Violence, and I don't know who you wind up facing. You wind up... I think you...
Diener, I think. Or wait, no, it would be the loser of whatever, right?
Yeah, you get the loser of whatever. I like that.
Little note, I'll be racing Lavitz, not Lavkian.
Yeah, Lavitz.
Yeah.
And I'll race the loser of one of those mountains.
You are... Well... No, you face the loser of Sumdiner versus Lavitz and Sparkover. The winner... It's complicated.
Brackets are hard. Go to challenge.com and you'll see what's going on there. All right, let's get this race started. I'm sick of walking around in circles.
Or more like
all right. Hopefully I don't get trolled.
Hexagons.
1, 2, 3, 4. Aye!
Boom, 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 boom. The end! So 156.38 officially on SRL.
I crit when I did not expect to, and I thought I was going to kill him with only 40 hit points. Thankfully, I did not kill him with 40 hit points. And we're in pretty good shape here. 2.
So yeah, the Dragon Lord has a set pattern. So you know exactly when to heal more and all that business.
Got him. There we go. I was getting a little bit worried there.
Hey there. Good game.
I got some bad outturns on the turns that I wanted to heal. But yeah, to summarize that fight, Dragon Lord 2 is he's on a set pattern. His first turn he'll use a strong breath. Second turn he'll use a strong attack. Third turn he'll use a weak breath. And then the fourth turn he can either use a weak breath or a strong attack. And so again, if you have herbs left over, you can kind of adjust based on the attacks that you see out of his fourth attack, because then he's just going to go right back into his first attack, which is going to be a strong breath attack. And then you notice me using herbs from time to time there to save MP. And yeah, just knowing where you are in the attack pattern and knowing what HP lines you should heal at. The second part of the Dragon Lord fight is completely free. So as long as your MP is high enough.
All right, so we have our runners here in the broadcast booth for our interview.
That I wanted to win, obviously, but that would have been to make up like a 17-minute deficit somehow. That would have been ridiculous. Yeah. I'm just glad that I kept it pretty close to 2 hours. That mistake was unfortunate.
Yeah,
very unfortunate.
I had a nasty thing happen in Sharlock, of course, and then I screwed up the golem as well. So I didn't realize I could have put a werewolf to sleep. So
yeah. So definitely getting the rust off as we kick off this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if we chop 17 minutes off this time, it's going to be right about a 143, 144. So I'm pretty happy with that. It's a pretty decent time. Unfortunately, after I reset, I died after getting the death necklace. That's what cost me some time. Mm-hmm. That was really unfortunate, but yeah, it's fine. Again, this is a double elimination tournament, so neither of us are out. Game Boy does get to move one step closer to that finals match, but
I gotta go against Star of Violence. That's gonna be a challenge.
I mean, he's got a DRS too. I don't know when the last time he actually practiced this was, so.
Oh, he'll be fine. So we have a jam-packed calendar here today. We have Final Fantasy Randomizer tournament action. That's at 1 on Randomania, also at 9 on Randomania 3, and at 10 on Randomania 4. And then we have Super Mario Land 2 Randomizer League at 5 on Randomania. Oh, also Final Fantasy Randomizer at 6 on Randomania 2. We have Legend of Zelda Battle Royale at 10. That's on the main Randomania. And Zelda 2, we have a tournament match there at 11. Are they up to the semifinals now? I don't know. It's a quarterfinal. Thank you, Nora. Whispering in our ears here. Speaking of Nora, thank you very much to Nora for the restream. And we'll be looking forward to the next one. Any further thoughts on this run, Lavkian, before we head on out?
No. Good luck to Sparkover and Lavitz when they have their match tomorrow. And everybody tune in and learn more about the run. Again, this is a great game. We're doing the tournament to promote the game. And a really good game if you want to get into RPG speedrunning. Always hit us up on Discord. I think that's going to about do it.
All right. Oh, okay. Nice. So we're going to. Was your mic hot, Nora? I don't know. Or you just whisper in my ear? Oh, okay. So we're hosting. OPT Lawyer. He's doing Link's Awakening Randomizer. That's who we're gonna raid. OPT, one of our most reliable streamers, if I do say so myself. So that'll do it. So for Lavkian, Nora, and Sparkover, I am GameboyF9. Thank you all very much for watching. It's been a real pleasure. Hope to see you sometime soon. Hopefully one of the races coming up today or tomorrow at noon for Sparkover and Lavkian. And that'll be all. You're watching Randomania. Have a good day.